Hey guys, Bill here from North Coast Cigar Review, and we are back with another review for you. Before we get it started, just want to say thank you to everybody who's liked and shared the page, and those of you that have checked out the YouTube channel. That's going really well. Today we got a really special cigar for you, something I haven't had before, something I've always wanted to try, and that's a Kristoff Habano. This thing has some really cool features and some really cool specs to it, so let's get this party started. Alright guys, the Kristoff Habano. So Kristoff is what we like to call a boutique cigar manufacturer. So they have very small runs, very small batches, but they are growing in popularity pretty quickly. So much so that they've really had to kind of ramp up their production. When I say boutique cigar, these are going to have some features on them that you don't really see in other cigars. And when I think boutique cigars, I tend to think of that guy that walks into a party with the flannel and the funny mustache and the trendy glasses. Not too much different from mine. But, you know, that real, like, hipster kind of guy, right? That's the kind of cigar that I look at a boutique cigar as. They're going to have some very different type of features. And the Kristoff Habano fits the bill for two main reasons, okay? This first reason is going to be this twist cap. It is pretty substantial right there. I've done a review for some other ones that had that before, but that is a very pronounced twist cap right there. The other thing that's very different about this is it's a closed foot cigar. So we've talked about this before, right? Shag foot, you know, your typical open foot cigar. This is a closed foot cigar. Now, I did some research. I've not had anything like that before. One thing that I have read is it's going to give you a 100% pure wrapper leaf flavor on those initial few hits that you're going to get on the cigar. So that would make sense to me. Other people say it's strictly aesthetic, just something to separate it from the crowd, so to say. But I also have read this allows for a lot of uneven burning. So I'm very curious how that's going to go. As far as the construction of the actual meat of this cigar, we have a Brazilian Habano leaf on the outside, and it's pretty nice. Very milk chocolate looking, typical Habano look to it. You can see a lot of the leaf itself. You know, it's basically very, I want to say, detailed as far as the leaf goes. So you're getting a lot of those veins in the leaf that you would see, or some other cigars, you know, a lot with your more oily wrappers, you don't see that so much. Nicaraguan and Dominican long fill in here, so a nice blend right there of Brazilian, Nicaraguan, Dominican, so it should have a really nice flavor profile. This guy is going to be 5.5 inches long. It's a 54 ring, so it's a nice size. Nothing too out of control here. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and get this thing lit and see how this closed foot changes that flavor profile. And I'm going to have to get a different cutter because my punch cutter is not going to take care of this twist cap. So stay tuned, guys. All right, guys, we're back. I got the different cutter to take care of that twist cap right there. So let's go ahead, get this thing fired up, and see what this Kristoff Habano has to offer. So, like I said, my punch cutter is not going to cut it on that, so I had to go back to my Cohiba, what I call the nipper here. I'm probably going to need a few passes with this thing to get past that cap. Yeah, it took me 5. So if you have a pre-measured cigar cutter, this cigar is going to require at least 4 to 5 diff passes to get that cut, okay? And now, like we talked about, it does have that closed foot. I'm going to use the Bugatti here, triple torch, and get this thing lit. I want to see how this is going to burn, because one thing I did read with these closed foot cigars is that they do tend to have some uneven burning. So we might get some running, we might get some canoeing. So I have to keep my eye on that. So let's go ahead and get this fired up. Look at that. Okay, so interesting right off the bat, right, guys? So Bugatti triple torch. This is a serious lighter. Lit that. It got that initial foot lit. The cigar's not lit. Well, right off the bat, that's an interesting takeaway right there. So let's go ahead and light this cigar for the second time. Very nice. Very nice beginning to that cigar right there. Spice. Habano. Always going to give you a lot of spice with a Habano wrapper. So, normally I don't say anything right off the beginning. You know, I kind of light it, and we kind of come back with some initial impressions after about a quarter of the way through. But that was real interesting, right? We lit that closed foot. It lit the binder, or lit the wrapper leaf, and then it went out. So, first impression. Not cool, Kristoff. I may have to say I probably don't like the closed foot. Not at all what I expected to happen. You know, I did get the flavor of the wrapper when it was lit, and it was interesting, but and then it went out. So, nice, interesting little takeaway there. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy the this cigar the more conventional way that it is lit now, and I'll check back in with you guys about a quarter of the way through with some impressions. Stay tuned. All right, gentlemen, I have one word at the quarter-way point: redemption. This thing, you know, we had that hiccup with that closed foot here where it, you know, lit and went out. But I want to say this thing is blended beautifully. I mean, beautifully. We have a Brazilian wrapper, the Dominican and Nicaraguan long fill. I'm telling you what, it is a really, really enjoyable smoke. I'm getting this real nice toasted pecan flavor out of here. Lots of good velvety smoke coming off. I mean, look at the smoke coming off here. You guys can see it. And typically on my videos, you really can't see that bloom of smoke. But we got it on this. And, it, you know, I'm getting this, like, sweet bourbon-y flavor out of it. And I know it's not infused and it's not dipped. Nothing like that, right? It's just that the blending that took place with these tobaccos from 3 different regions. Beautiful. Kristoff really, really knows what they got what they're doing here. Like, I literally can't stop hitting it. It's pretty good. Also, we thought maybe we'd have some uneven burning here because of that closed foot. Something I had read. Dude, it's burning like a champ. And check the ash. It's something I noticed as I was going along. It's very white, in contrast to the Brazilian wrapper, but it's very smooth. And you know, something I saw when I was doing my research, because I do research these cigars prior to doing these reviews. There were pictures of these cigars with, you know, 2-inch, 3-inch, 3.5-inch ashes on them. So that's impressive. You know, I always say the longer that ash stays on your cigar, it's indicative of the construction. So overall, quarter of the way through, after an initial hiccup there, Kristoff is hitting a home run right now. So we'll see if it stays consistent. We'll see if it continues to do so, and we'll check back in you about halfway through. Stay tuned, guys. All right, gentlemen. we are a little more than halfway through, approaching 3/4 actually on the Kristoff here. Normally, I do the halfway, I do 3/4. I don't have to do it on this Kristoff. One, because it has really, really turned into a really good cigar. Talked about the blending; it's been phenomenal. I have gotten toasted pecan out of this. I was getting that bourbony type of flavor. Kicked into some real nice leather notes here. Got some earth, a lot of spice. Kristoff, master blenders. And I'm going to say something I don't say very often. The blending on this cigar was very, very similar to that of a CAO. And that's one of my favorite cigars, and I really believe that CAO are master blenders. Kristoff is right there with it, guys. Super, super impressed, especially after we got off on that bad foot, no pun intended, with the closed foot on this cigar. So overall, I'm going to give this Kristoff Habano a 9 out of 10, guys. That's almost a perfect score. This, if it had stayed lit after the when we lit that closed foot in the beginning, it would have been a 10 out of 10. So phenomenal, phenomenal smoke. The Kristoff Habano, check it out. You'll see these in your cigar shop, guys. These boutique type cigars are all the rage right now. That's kind of a big fad. If they keep making home run hitters like this, it's not going to be a fad. These are going to be cigars that stick around because it was really, really impressive. So again, guys, 9 out of 10. Kristoff Habano, rockstar smoke. I'm telling you, phenomenal. Check them out. Anywhere $8 to $10 a stick. Bunch of different sizes and lines to the Kristoff offerings out there. So check it out. Again, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for checking out the Facebook page. And again, check out that YouTube channel. It has really blown up. Some of those reviews are well over 100 views. So again, thanks for watching, guys. Again, also, congratulations to Aaron Hansen for winning last month's contest. The Oliva Series V 90-plus rated cigar is going to be on its way this week to his front door so he can enjoy that. So, guys, thanks for watching. And as always, have a great evening and smoke them if you got them.